Hello, good evening, and welcome to Candice Crafts Corner. How are you all doing today? The last Sunday in March. Can you believe that? I can't. Today, we are gonna play a little bit of catch up because, as you know, I did alternative with March paper pumpkin last week, but I hadn't done the February paper pumpkin because my paper pumpkin was lost in the mail and I had to get it redelivered. And it just got almost at the same time as the other paper pumpkin. Anyway, I decided that the best thing would be to start with the most recent paper pumpkin. And also, I wanted to play with hummingbirds and then leave the spring/Easter paper pumpkin for this week. So that's why we're here doing celebrating spring, celebrate spring paper pumpkin. I'm sorry, I mistitled it on the description. I'm gonna put the comments on. Let's see if that works. And we're gonna get going, right? So I can show you these four cards. First off, as I always do, these are I'm gonna show you the projects that came directly from the box. And there's like this little bunny here. You get three of them. And then the sweet spring greetings in the middle with the pretty tulips. And then the hello friend. Well, as you know, I like to do things out of the box and do some alternatives. And these are the ones I came up with. And I complemented the materials in the box with I'm commenting as Candy Rodo. That's so weird. Okay, let me just sorry, I'm gonna change something and just say something different. Okay, let me see the live. There we go. I'm back. I want to see exactly where I was. Sorry, I was in my personal account. So going back to the paper pumpkin. So I added a couple of things. Mostly I played with the dice, the add-on dice, not only last month's add-on dice, well, the one that corresponds to this one, but also the new add-on dice that I just got, that they're very cute and they make these little butterflies and these little flowers. So I like those a lot. But and so you'll see I play with it. I also play with the foam adhesive here they're called softer spring mix and match puffy stickers. So I'm using those for some of them. I brought some of the washi tape, extraordinary floral washi tape flowers for this one, which by the way it opens and you can to reveal the little bunny inside, right? And then there's a regular card. This is a regular card. I used the scalloped wishes as well. That's just a regular card with Lazy Daisy. I think it's called Lazy Daisy embossing folder. I love this embossing folder. What I did for this embossing folder, if you do it straight up, it gives you rows of the daisies, and I wanted it more like, not so straight. So I put my cardstock on a slant a little bit, as much as the size of my card allowed me, to give it like a more, not so regular design. And then on this, by the way, is paper from this beautiful pastel shimmers 12 by 12 specialty paper, which I'm also using. And then this one is a C-fold, double C-fold, to open and reveal the garden, which is not stuck there. There we go. And I'm using this from a new set that I'm going to show you in a second. And this is an easel card, also a fan fold. Okay. So let's get started. And we'll start with this one because it's the first one I made. And I wonder if here's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I can see your comments. It's so weird because it says no comments yet, but I see you commenting. It's just weird. All right. Let me see if that, I just changed the view. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it bigger. Sorry. Technology. Oh my God. When it's one thing, it's another. It's not one thing, it's another. Anyway, so this is the one with the window I was just showing you a second ago. And it's pretty easy. So let's start with that. My only regret is that there's only 3 little bunnies, and I wanted to use it for my original card plus what the one I'm making. And as you'll see, I needed one more because I'm using the bunny in 2 cards. I'm using the bunny also in this card. But in this one, I don't know if you noticed, I actually copied the bunny because I needed a 4th bunny, and there was only 3 in the set. And before I get the refill, it would be too late. So I used the stencil of the bunny. I marked it all around, and then I just went and tried to copy this with my blends. So it came out pretty close, I think. Cute enough. All right, so let's start with this one. Oh, that's not it. It's the green one. There we go. See the other bunny one. Here we have my materials. Sorry, I keep them in these transparent folders, envelope folders that are very handy. But the static sometimes makes the paper get stuck. So let's leave this for the end. So, oh, I'm gonna need something else, I believe. Oh, yes, I know what I need. Yes, I'm fine. Don't you worry about me. I just forgot how I did it. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this card in half, the card base. We're using this card base that very pretty, has all these flora around the frame. And we're gonna cut it in half. And then we'll adjust the size. Just to get it out of the way. We save this. And I'm gonna cut this at, I think it was 4, but because I don't want to cut it all from here, I'm gonna cut 2/8 from one side and 2/8 from another side. So 2/8 from here, and throw this, and 2/8 from here. And then we'll do the same thing. Oh, I cut a little bit of the flowers there. Maybe it wasn't 2/8. But we're gonna stick with 2/8 now. And we're gonna do 2/8 from here. From the other side. So 2/8 from every side. I think I did it a little small. Maybe it was just 1/8 that I needed, but that's okay. Yeah, this came like certainly smaller. Let me do a little smidge more. I'm having trouble seeing it because I'm not from above. I'm seeing it from a side. Right. So then we are gonna curve these corners just because I like them curved. And I'm using the Retire Detail Trio Punch, but you can use any corner rounder that you may have. All right, so now we have, or it's the same size more or less. It's a little smaller actually. Maybe it was just 1/8 that I had done, not 2/8, but that's what happens when I do things days ahead and then I forget because I didn't write it down, but that's okay. What we need here is to just clean this fold here and make it 4.25 by 5.5 exactly. That's the back of our card base that we're using. So 1.25 right there, but I'm gonna flatten it so it can be cut by. We'll just clean the edge a little bit because it has the fold, and I don't know why. And if you do a little bit less than 4.25, just to guarantee that you're not gonna rip the paper because it's too much at the edge, it's okay with that too. Cut it like very thinly. And just to measure, this is 5.5, yes. Okay. See, this is what happens when you're too close to the corner, and that's what I wanted to avoid. So I'm gonna cut a little bit more since our cardstock in the center is a little smaller. There we go, much cleaner now. I hope it's not too visible. It is a little visible, but it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna cut it because I cut it too much now. I'm just gonna cut this 5 3/8, and then we'll do like a very thin white all around it. Because below that I have a regular white cardstock base, right? So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna give it, it's gonna be a little bit different than the other one. Just a tiny bit different. So we're gonna glue that. Hi, Deborah. It's so weird that my comments are coming so late. Well, I hope you forgive me if I'm late by saying hi. But thank you for joining, Deborah. While we're doing this, I think I'm gonna move next live to another date because it's Easter, and you know we all have better things to do on Easter. So I may move it to Saturday afternoon or early afternoon, but I have to decide that. I have to see if that actually works or not. Okay. All right. So now we have that. Now we're going to work on this. And what I did is I went through this dotted line and I just cut it with the X-Acto knife. You can use the one that comes with your take your pick tool, but I have my take your pick tool set up for other things. So I'm going to use my regular X-Acto knife that I should replace the blade because it's a little dull. And I have a healing mat here. So we're going to get a ruler and carefully go through the dotted lines, the top, the bottom, and the right one, because we're going to use the left one as the hinge of the door or the window if you want. So we have this. It's not cut all the way, but I'll go through it later. I'm going to do the bottom one now. It slips a little bit. You just have to press down as much as you can on your ruler. See, it's not cut all the way, but I'm going to go a second time. I'm going to go over it a second time. It's because it's a little dull. If I had one that was brand new, you would cut the first time. Yeah, I'll start with this the second time. All right. There, those two are done. Now I'm gonna do the top again. I could push it, but then it's not gonna be clean, and it doesn't look nice. So might as well. Yes, moving now. There. All right. So here we have that, and actually I'm gonna go lightly on this, so it allows me to open it, but lightly without going all the way. I could use actually that would be the smart thing to do, to go over it with our bond folder, just to score it a little bit there. Yeah. All right. So now that the surgery is done to our car, just make sure that it works fine. I see a little fuzzy thing here. I'm pushing down. And that's our window. Now we're ready to attach. To attach it to the bottom of our, to the top of our car, I mean, center. And we're gonna put in dimensionals just because I want it popping up. We're gonna center it in our car here and with dimensionals. So let me grab the dimensionals. This is so funny. Oh, I don't see, the comments don't get here. So weird. I see them on screen, thank God, because I don't see them on the side. But anyway, I shouldn't worry about that, right? As Deborah said, it's fine. So I'm just gonna do, oops, just grab only the back. I'm gonna put 6 dimensionals here. I could put 8, but I'm gonna put 8. Just to hold these, the middle ones next to the window here, I'm putting a little closer to the windows to give it more sturdiness. All right. If I'm off camera, please let me know. I think I'm mostly on camera, but because my video comes later, it's a little bit on delay from what I'm doing. I may not realize. And you'll say like, oh, why is she not putting the little bunny first? Well, because I want to see where it goes, because I don't want to show this part that doesn't have the lines there. So I just want to tag him in, which now I can't because I put the dimensional there. So I'm gonna crop him just a tiny bit. Like so. And perfect. There we go. So here we have our guy. I gave mine the little bow on his neck, but I didn't go around the neck. I just did the bow and I glued it on top. And his neck is small enough that it looks like he's all around. Tied all around. All right. They may be too big. First off, we're gonna glue the poor guy. Now that we know that it fits. And Candy doesn't have nails, as you've probably noticed. So and tuck him. Like center, but not super center, because I want to put the flower here. As you see, I have the little flower there that he's grabbing. Now I have my bow. I'm gonna put the bow and the flower. I'm gonna fold my glue dot. It's a little big. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Too big for a bow tie, little man. Okay, I'm gonna trim again the tails. Just trying to cover the glue dot with my trim, and that's it. There. And now we're gonna put a little tulip. We can put a tulip, we can put something else, but I think the tulip is kind of cute. Though I wanted to do something with the tulips and I ran out of tulips. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's cute. This is driving me crazy that I just saw one comment from Teresa, the good evening, and that was it. I'm just putting the glue on the bottom because I want this to leave a little bit. And that's the surprise on the window. And now we just decorate the top with some washi tape flowers. So I have this one here. In my original card, I put it in such a way. Actually, I should have stamped this first. Darn. Okay, let's see if I can. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to stamp it, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm supposed to stamp the sweet spring greetings, and I totally forgot. Oh, well, it happens. You love it, Deborah? I'm so happy. Thank you. Let's see how we can do this. Maybe I have to do it off camera because I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's not going to be center. Maybe if I put, oh, I know. Maybe if I put this, may not be totally center, but I may be able to do it. Yes, it will work. Yay! And it's pretty center too. But the spring got a little springy, but at least I saved it. I saved the day. Hi, Joanne. How are you doing? I'm gonna see if I can reopen my window and see if I can see the comments big because it's hard for me to follow. Okay, we're back. I got all the comments now. Yay. All I needed to do is just refresh the window. All right. So as I was saying, now that I had that, we can put that here, and I put it in such a way that it wouldn't cover the text, but you cannot put it too much to the side so that when you open the window, it just will fold this, which is what happened here. You can barely tell. That's why I put this other thing on top. But anyway, and you can also trim a little bit the white around it to make it a little smaller if it helps. You know, we're going to try that. Just a little bit like that. And I'm going to actually trim this too because it gave too big. And it will make it easier for me that it won't cover the text so much, maybe. And if it covers the text, you can always guess what it's saying underneath. So it doesn't cover the whole text. It covers a little piece of the S or something. So I think that's good enough. But out of an abundance of caution, I'm trimming the white a bit. Right? Now it makes a little smaller and I can put it here without, I'm even going to leave it like that on top of the S there. I think it's fine. All right. Bit of glue. I'm using, as you can see, the more cool colors of the washi tape. purples and pinks rather than the oranges and corals. So now it opens. That's fine. And now we continue. Then I have put the other one just to cover my boo-boo and also to make it a little bit more complete. Though I like these flowers a lot. So I didn't want to cover them too much, but I'm gonna trim this. Sometimes when you don't get the right placement on your die, it cuts there's a lot of white. So I'm just gonna trim a little bit. That's just me being picky, yeah? You don't need to do that, but my OCD doesn't let me do that. Not that I'm OCD, but anyway, some of my friends may differ, but well, my punctiliousness, let's put it that way. How about that? All right, and a little bit of this one, since I trimmed the other one. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And it looks a little funky there. All right, bit of glue in that. In the center only. Oh my God, this is so much glue. Too much glue. And then we're gonna get a little tiny purple flower. I'm not gonna trim that one. I'm fine with that. May complain when I put it down, but that's okay. Oh, that was gonna go on a dimensional. That's why it's weird. I put a little dimensional in this one. Maybe I put the white on top of the white, or I don't know. Like that. Will this open? Move it a little bit to the side to make sure that it opens, and it's fine now. Okay. So, and now for the bottom, I have put one of these here, and I don't care if it goes inside the square because it still will cover a little bit. It still this is thin enough that it closes the window fine. And that funny thing that happened, as you see, I decorated my thing with the in color pearls because I love these pearls, and because I said, like, it's so weird that this paper pumpkin didn't come with any embellishments. And then I realized that the embellishments were inside the package where the little mini dimensionals are, and I always put that away because I use my big pack of them. And these were tucked in the middle, and I didn't realize till this morning. I'm like, oh, look at that. I have sequins now. Anyway, fine. Okay, we're gonna put another one of these, and I'm gonna trim it a little bit because that also is very loop-sided. I'm just gonna go quick, not gonna do a super thorough job. Okay. And this one, leaving a little bit of white because otherwise it looks weird that some of them have white and some of them don't have white. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of white, but not too much. So I don't have to trim the whole thing. All right. Like that. And this is gonna go this way. Right there. And I don't mind, as I said, that it goes inside because it's still gonna allow me to close the window. Maybe a little bit more, but it's fine. And the other one, my window gets stuck here in the top. I don't know. Maybe I cut this one better. Anyway, then we're gonna put this little flower in the corner to cover these two stems that I don't like showing up. No dimensionals there. And then we have a bigger one of these corner flowers that are gonna go like this. This one actually gets covered by this one when I did it that way. I don't know how I did it, but it looks different, but that's fine. Just in the corner. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of blue there, just because I didn't like to see the little piece of pink flower there. And I can actually put a little bit of here as well. All right. All right. So that's it. And we can use this sequence now, or we can use my pearls. What do you guys think? I'll let you think about it. This is the first card. I didn't decorate the inside. I could, but I may. But I don't want to put eggs. That's the only image that comes in the stamps, which I didn't show you this time. But the two images in the stamps are the eggs and the grass, and the other are three greetings: the sweet springtime greetings, the hello friend, and the happy Easter. And I remember I wanted to do a happy birthday for this one because I already have a sweet spring greetings. I don't need that many of those. But anyway, I did decorate this one, the inside, with one of these, so I can do that because I have it right here. Also from the washi, Extraordinary Flora washi tape, which I love because honestly, you get so many things out of one cut, and they're so pretty. I don't know what that was supposed to go, but I don't think we need it. I think it's fine. Save for another day. All right, so what have you decided? Pearls or, let me show you the pearls. Or the sequence. The pearls are the in color flat pearls 2024-2026. I love them. Love them. These are the colors that are going away. So if you want these colors, you have to jump now, I think, right? And these, the ones that are going away, 2024-2026, yes. They'll be going away in May. So you still have 1 month to get it. I really like this. So nobody's saying anything. Like the pearls, Joanne says. Yeah, again, the comments get stuck and they don't. Hi, Emma. I now see you. I mean, I don't know why I don't see the comments live today. It's a pity. I see them with you on the screen, so they come a little late. Okay, so let's do the pearls. But I think I'm going to do these pearls. This is like the petunia pop instead of the pretty pink. So let's try that. Just because I think they go better with these flowers that I put. I did the big one there, and I'm gonna do the little one. Should I do this one here so it covers the boo-boo a little bit? Yeah. Covers the incident. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's leave it. It's not too bad. All right, so that's it for this card. Moving on to card number 2. It's cute, right? I like it. Card number 2 is gonna be this one. I wanted to use the puffy stickers because I haven't used them at all, and I thought these are pastel colory, so perfect for this set. Yeah, Deborah, you had to refresh your page to see the chat. You're saying like, yeah, I don't know what's going on today. If I refresh it, it will come up again, but I don't think it will go live. Because that's what happened. I got up to that moment and nothing new. But I can try to stream my site and see what you guys are saying on screen. Doing my best. All right. So for this one, oh, I didn't prepare the other card base, but it's one of the ones in the set, so that's easy. Is the pale yellow. It's lemon lolly, but this has it's like a washed out lemon lolly, the card base. So I went to the pastel shimmer paper, specialty paper that comes in the lemon lolly and balmy blue. No, not balmy blue. It's lemon lolly, pool party, and bubble bath. So I thought they're close enough for this pastel theme of this set, which I don't know. Have you all put together your sets for these? Because as I said, I explained that I didn't get this set till very late because it got lost and it came at the same time as the other one pretty much. But I hope this gives you inspiration, if not for the materials for this paper pumpkin, for other Easter or spring cards. So this is not a fan fold, but I just used the Lazy Daisy called embossing folder. And as I explained, instead of putting it in the embossing folder as is, I put it like on the slant a little bit so I don't get the rows. That's what I wanted to say before, the rows. Okay, so we're going to go very quickly with this card. You'll see. These are fast and easy because when you use stickers, when you're in a rush, stickers are very handy. You don't have to glue them. They already come with the glue. They're made, and these are the puffy stickers, which, as I said, I was not crazy about, but then I thought like, get them. For kids' cards are pretty good, but actually I like them for this one too, and it doesn't have to be a kid card. Okay, so we have our card base, and now we just have to decorate the top. And we have here the basket that came, and I'm using the scallop little frame, the smaller one. Ideally, I would like to put this flat and this raised, or the other way around. Actually, the other way around. But because I'm going to put it right here, I want them all at the same time. I'm going to stamp it first now. And I'm going to use balmy blue because I'm going to use the balmy blue ribbon here. So I'm going to put here, hello friend. One of the stamps in this set. It's very tight here for this center, but it's fine. Hello friend. You haven't played with it, Emma? I'm glad you like the card. Like, I'm reading the comments because they're so tiny that it's on my screen. Okay, so now I'm putting the frame around it. You see, if it looked... There we go. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to put a dimension on one side and a little bit of tear tape on the other one to hold it together. And then I'll use it also to glue it to my card. So once you have it in place, that's how I do it. So it doesn't move. Okay, here I'm trying to find the end. Just a tiny little piece. Just make sure that it doesn't show through the holes of the design. And this is fine. And I did it the other way. No, I did it the right way. Yes, good. because this is, we're gonna raise, so I'm putting the dimensional line only on one side. So we said that we were gonna do a little bit of a bow here on the top of our basket. Well, we still have time to, if, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna make Easter cards. We still have one more week to Easter, and that's what I thought it was okay to do it today. But I mean, many of these cards can be just spring cards. If you don't use the X, I mean, this can totally be a spring card. Doesn't have anything that says Easter. Just gonna do a bow. Small bow. So I'm gonna trim it because I don't want it too big. Okay. I think that's cute enough. I'm gonna grab my ribbon scissors because these ones are not giving me trouble. And ribbon scissors are only for fabric, so my ribbon scissors. There we go. They cut so nicely. Such a pleasure. Well, as you may have seen, we have new scissors coming up soon. They haven't told us when yet, but they are, because we haven't had the snips because they lost the manufacturer. So I can't wait to have, you know, I mean, mine still work, but I was could have another one. All right, so I'm gonna glue this first now with dimensionals, as I said. And then I'll put my flowers afterwards. So, because it's a raised background, I will put more dimensionals that I would normally use. I'm gonna do two here towards the top. Because I have so many, I'm gonna use my pick to get the backgrounds. Not the backgrounds, you know, the cover. Also because I have no nails. I'm gonna center this. Mine is a little on the slender because I insisted on putting the butterfly before I did the. Well, now that we have it like that, now we can do this one too. Just remove the back of. There. And that's what I like it. That's where it's gonna go. And now we're just gonna grab this and have fun. And I can do different colors. Like I can do the blue butterfly instead of the yellow butterfly here. The big one for here. Maybe it's too big, but I like it. I'm gonna do it. I'm pushing it down, even though it's raised, but that's okay. I'm gonna do pink flowers now. I'm still gonna do the bird because the bird is the cutest thing. So I'm just gonna pop it around back here. Well, the pink flowers are not gonna work here because of this was too low. Let's see if I can move it to another position. Oh, I'm ripping up the paper. No, say it isn't so. There. Farther up. So I can put my pink flowers here. No, they still can't. Well, I'll put them to the side like that. There we go. And I like this, which I didn't use before. Maybe I'll do that. And then we'll find the little birdie. The little birdie can be the purple. No, I think we're gonna do the yellow, as I did before. And I don't mind that they overlap. It's kind of interesting. It gives the dimension to the whole thing without using dimensionals. I have put a little bit of, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one a little bit farther back so it can be seen a little bit more. Yes, like that, instead of this pink flower that I had added there. All right, and then we need a butterfly for there. And let's see, do we have a pink butterfly? Yes, yes, here. I think we need a pink butterfly for this one. That's it. Well, pearls, if we want to use them. Or we can do the sequence for these. Let's do the sequence for this one. I'm going to do the yellowish sequence. These ones are more, I don't know what color they are, honestly, but I don't like this one there. Just gonna move them a little bit. There. All right. So that's my card number 2. I told you be fast, right? Fast and easy, but I think it's very pretty. I'm gonna trim this because it's driving me crazy that it's covering my butterfly there. And I'm doing it with the wrong scissors, but it worked. There we go. All right. So what do you think of this card? Oh, where did you go to lunch in Long Beach? Emma said she went to an interesting place to lunch. What was the place there by the Gladstones, was it? That's where we went when we were on stage. That's why today Emma went to her stomping grounds for on stage, and I'm just guessing. Yes. All right. So card number 3. Let's do this one. The Happy Easter. I'm using for this one. Where is my set? Is this it? No. Well, I'm using the set that was the product of the month. And here it is. Notes of Spring. Because it's spring, celebrate spring. And also because I always had something when I moved to this country many years ago, like 32. I always find funny that it's the rabbits that bring the eggs. I'm like, but rabbits don't lay eggs. So this is where I put my little duck there because that do lay eggs. So I put the duck next to the eggs. So not to confuse the kids that rabbits are mammals actually. Anyway, I put the little rabbit too. I thought it was very cute. And that's because we didn't have more animals to put in this set. In this, like, we didn't have the stamp animals. I mean, we only had the thing. So what I'm doing with this one is I'm converting it to an easel card. So people can put it as a Happy Easter kind of decoration. It's kind of cute. I like it. And it uses the peach pie that was in the part of the colors of the 2024 2026 too. So there we go. So let's get to it. This is also pretty easy. Well, the only not easy thing is I'm gonna have to stamp and color the duck and the, it's a duck or a goose, I don't know. The duck and the rabbit, the bunny. All right, so this is for the inside, and the only reason I did it for the inside is because I had a piece of cardstock that fell on top of an open ink pad, and and I'm like, I still want to use it. It's good cardstock, so I just cover it with this. So that's my secret. So, but now we're gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna do the inside first, just because. Yeah, the shimmer paper is like glass stones. Yeah, I was right, Emma? And oh, the delicious, right? Like one of the things that impressed me the most of California is that wherever you go, or at least wherever we went, they bring you these beautifully done, warm sourdough bread. And I love bread. I mean, I'm a bread person. I cannot live without bread. So yes, that was really lovely. So the inside is 4 and an 8 by 5 and 3/8. And then we're gonna do just a regular card of 4 by 5 and a quarter. So the inside will be done. That's fast. Now I was thinking I should have actually scored the outside, the front of the car, to make or easel, but I can still do it. So we're gonna score it. This is 4 and a quarter. So we're gonna score it at 2 and an 8, which could be the half of the 4 and a quarter. 2 and an 8. And we're gonna score, we're not gonna cut. All right. If you don't have a trimmer, you should. But if you don't, you can always fold it in half, to the center of here, and that would work as well. Varnish the fold. And then we're gonna put the card base here. This comes in the set. It's not a card base, it's a card top or layer. Like we're gonna center it, but we're gonna put glue only on the bottom, because then when it opens, that's what it's gonna let us do the easel action. So I'm doing a little bit less than a half. That's it. Center it as you want. And voila, this is our action, right? Now we only have to decorate and do the stuff. So first off, I'm gonna stamp a Happy Easter here. And the Happy Easter came in the set, but because I'm gonna put in the banner, I put it in my blog a little bit wavy, just to follow the shape of the banner. I didn't want it right straight up. So in the color of the ink spot, that was Chai Shamrock. That's the beauty of the photopolymer stamps, is that you can actually curl them, put them as you want. I mean, this would be crazy, but you know what I mean. You can shape them if you want. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to put on, but sometimes fights your positioning, but for the most part, you can say that you had like an oval or you want to put it here on the side. You can totally do this and put it like that if you want it. See, like a happy Easter kind of thing. Well, anyway, not that I'm happy with my banner. I think it's cute enough, right? And it follows the shape of the banner. So that's what I liked about it. And where are my eggs now? I'm going to put the eggs here on the top with a little bit of glue. Just going to put them right there. All right, so that we have our banner ready. Now we're gonna glue this. Oops. You can do whichever side you want. Like side you know what I mean. This was designed to be vertical, so that's why the flowers are all pointing up. But if you do it sideways, it works anyway. Whichever way, I mean. So I'm just gonna put the glue here. I'm learning to close my glue so I don't have the problems that I usually have. All right. That goes around the oval that was there. And then we have that. So now we're going to put our banner in dimensionals right here. And then we're going to work on our critters. Or we work in the outside, in the inside stop, the stop for the easel inside. And then we'll work on our stamping and fussy cutting. Because that's the thing. Because they were product of the month, the product was only the stamp set for Notes of Spring, the one I just showed you, but it doesn't have matching dies, so they're easy to fussy cut though. I'm sorry to cover the flowers because I really like them, so I'm trying not to cover that much the flowers, but I think that's about right. Now for the stop here, I just used one of the big daffodils and one of these branches, and I put it in dimensionals as well. Yeah, going back to what Teresa was saying about the shimmer paper, I think it's beautiful. And we have new ones coming up in other colors in the new catalog and in the new online exclusive. So get ready. I put a small order, the pre-order from On Stage. When you go to On Stage, you have the chance to order before anybody else, even other demonstrators. But there was not that many things that we could pre-order, not the whole catalog. So now that the catalog is live, I'm waiting for Wednesday to put my order because I want to get the product of the month of April, which is a beautiful die. Wait till you see it. It's very cool. I think that will work. I didn't test it. I should have tested it. But I think, yeah, no, I have to move this farther up so it kind of stops both without making my car crooked, right? Like this. So that's how it's gonna go. All right. All right. So now we have the inside. We have stamp or sentiment, and now we need our two creatures that we're gonna use from the Notes of Spring product of the month. So I'm gonna stamp them on gray granite because I didn't want a very sturdy outline. So great granite it is. And I'm gonna do the little bunny because it looks needs very little coloring. Should be using my mat, but I'm not. You know, it always dries lighter than uh when it first stamps, right? So, and now in another piece of scrap, I wonder if I can fit it in here. I think I can. There. So we have our two guys, and now it's just a matter of coloring. And coloring is fun, don't you think? I think it is. So I did, for the ears of this bunny, what did I use? I used light pretty pink. Yep. Bunny first. I did a little bit of the pretty pink in the ear here and the nose, and a tiny little bit on the tail. And then I went over it with light petal pink, just to blend it and give it a little bit more warmth, just a tiny bit more. And then I did a little bit of petal pink here in the shady areas of my little bunny. Again, maybe a little bit here, I think. Yeah. All right. So that's done. Let's fussy cut that. Trying to go fast, but I also want it to look good. So sometimes you can have both at the same time, most times. So everybody has nice plans for Easter. All right. Just a little bit of the tail. I could sponge around it, but I'm not gonna bother with it because it's all very clean lines and with white outlines, so it would look funny unless I sponge every element, and that's we're not gonna do. All right, so here's our bunny, and now let's work on the duck. I have to confess my yellows are out of like whatever. I have to replace them. I only have sauce saffron, so I'm gonna do the dark sauce saffron. It's the only yellow that I still had juice. Probably because the one that I used the least. All right. And then I'm gonna get, all right, that's one blend on the floor. Hopefully not the one I need. This is like peach pie. And with the stylo, because I don't want to go out of my line, I'm just gonna do the beak and the legs, which don't have like over the ink. That's okay. And then I'll give it a little bit of warmth here to some of these, the wing, the underbelly, and the little twisted thing. And then you can go over it with saffron again to blend them. And also to give, like, it's cumulative for color. So if you put more, it will get darker. All right. That looks cute, right? Cute enough, I think. Oh, Teresa, I'm sorry to hear about your husband's uncle passing. I'm gonna be by myself. I told my friend, and she's gonna be by herself with her, well, with her mom and her mom's boyfriend, who live with her, and she takes care of them. So she said, like, if you wanna come, so I'm probably gonna go. And she lives in Long Island, so that's what I'm not gonna be able to have the live at the regular time. And I also thought that most of you will have, if not late luncheons or dinners or something with the family. It's a very family oriented day, right? So I figure that it would be better to reschedule. And I'll let you know when I decide. My plans are still not set. Okay, and this is driving me crazy when there's so much paper. Sometimes it's better. You have better access to the lines that you want to gonna have, and you get to move the paper better, because that's how it's easier, when you move the paper and not the scissors so much. All right. All right. So finally, this was the hardest part, not hardest, like the most time consuming part of this card, right? All right. So now we position them. Who is next to the eggs? The animal that lays eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Put him here. And so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on his legs. I can see if the glue is coming out or not. Oh, it is coming out now. Darn. And then I'm gonna use dimensionals for his body. Let's see. One for the body and a little one for the head. There. Like so. Okay. And I'm gonna put him right here. And then this guy is gonna go on dimensionals. I'm just gonna put a little one here in the ears too. All right. Now the dimensionals are on the floor too. I'm gonna put him right there. And this is our Easter card with a happy Easter. Isn't it cute? It's very happy colors. It's not so pastel-y as the other one, which I like. All right. Now, here I used the pearls, and I'm gonna use them. Actually, no, I can use this. I can use these peach color sequences for this card. Uh, I'm gonna put 5 because they're sequences, and I may not use them again. Where would I put this 5th one? Right here, up here. I'm just gonna move this one down. I don't know. Is everybody as fussy where you put your embellishments as I am? All right, so here's the third card. Now let's go for the last one. The last one is this one. That it's a seafold with the that opens to the little garden. Here's for you to write your message. And it has the butterflies are from the add-ons of this next trimester, April, May, and June. I can't remember what they call right now, but they're very cool. And it gives you these butterflies and also these flowers. So as you can see, I've used a lot. It also has a wonderful written on it, which will be very cool as well. Oh, so cool. Teresa is going to use her little critters for the boxes, for her boxes. That's cute. Anyway, so let's do this. These are double folds. I was explaining at the beginning, if you have not joined yet, is that you only get 3 of these little rabbits inside. And because I used it in 2 of the cards, I would have needed 4. I actually made this one myself. I used the hole of where this came from, the die cut, as a stencil. And then I just cut it. And then I just used blends to do the little guy. But for this one, I'm going to use the real thing. So I won't have to work so hard. All right. So it's a double seafold. You've seen me doing them before, and I love them. You need a card base that's horizontal. So 11 by 4 1/4, score at 5.5. And just go like this with your front, and you fold it. Okay, I didn't do a very good job, but or you can score it and look how, well, whatever. This is so dry here. I was saying you can score it at 2 3/4 as well if you want to use your scoring machine, which I'm going to use for this one because after my. So you do the same thing to this. This is a strip of 1 1/4 by 11, folded at 5.5. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing. And since I did it for one, I'm going to do it for the other. Just press down. Okay, I shouldn't have anything underneath. So I get a crisp fold. So then the idea is that it goes the other way around. So this goes like this and this goes like that. In the long one on the front, so this fold meets this other fold, and that's how it goes. So you just glue this part underneath here, and then at the end, this part here. But we're gonna decorate first, so we'll go to that later. You love my grass on the card here? The grass was done with a combination of, well, you'll see because we're gonna do it right now. This is the stem that gives the grass. and also the branches that come here. Like I used everything. And I used the tulips from the add-ons for this month. For the January, February, March add-on dies, so which I love. So anyway, and I was telling you that this comes from a new set that this like wasn't my pre-order. So this is bundle that was created by the million sales achiever Susan Canfield, and it has phrases and frames. It's called the frames I have there. I haven't used them yet, but the frames actually will go with the dies. They go with the impressions, new impressions plate that once you put it in your machine, we may use that next week. Once you put it in your machine and your cut in the emboss machine, it gives like a relief to that, more than embossed, and it's very cool effect. And the sentiments are really cute. She said she wanted, I talked to her actually, and she said she wanted to have all kinds of sentiments for all kinds of things that you can actually, this could be one of your go-to sets because you have everything you need. You have a fabulous day. I love that. Happiest birthday wishes, thinking of you, sending prayers and heartfelt sympathy to you and your family. I like that. Anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. That's very pretty, isn't it? And then my favorite, because I didn't have one of these and I would need it. I didn't forget your birthday. I just wanted it to last longer. I love that one. You have sending hugs, happy anniversary, and may your day be filled with love and happiness, which is the one that we're gonna use today for this card. Because I said like no more, I wanted something for the banner because I wanted to use the banner, and I didn't want another happy Easter because I don't have that many Easter cards to send. So as you see, this will work very well. Sorry, I needed to drink something. I was getting parched. So this is one of the ones that I actually folded a little bit, like this. So it kind of follows, well, or the other way around, actually, Candy. Like that. You see how it has now like the thing? No, actually I did it wrong again. Okay, like that. And like that. Let's see. There, yes, that. So now that I have it, before it goes back to place, let me stamp my banner. If I can find it. It should have to be here because I separated it. And doesn't seem to be. But no to worry. I'm sure that it will surface, but I have another one here. Because banners, they give you 4. So that's good. That's what I thought. All right. So bunnies only gave you 3, but banners, they give you 4. Now, see, it just moved again. So it may fight you. So there we go. I'm put it in place again. And look how cute it looks now. That is with the bend, right? It kind of follows the banner. I like that. All right, so that's out. Then this is one of the card pieces that came in the set. I cut it in 2, and I've already embossed this with, remember this, Into the Clouds. Embossing folder is retired. You can use whatever you want for your background. I use this one because I wanted something like, sky-like. So I'm gonna cut this front because we need it horizontal and we don't need that much. So I'm gonna get the fold out of the way. And then I'm gonna cut a little bit of the bottom. And then my height has to be 4 1/8, I think it was. Let me measure it. It could be 4 or 4 1/8. It doesn't really matter. I did 4 1/8. Perfect. I thought so. But always good to double check. So now I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna do 4 1/8. So 4 1/8 will be like that. But I didn't want to have the flowers in the center. I wanted the flowers more to the bottom, but with space for me to do the grass that Teresa liked. So I'm saving this for another thing. And now we need a piece that is 2 and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8, 2 and 5/8, which is the 2 3/4 minus 1 inch. 2 3/4 minus 1 inch, 1 inch, 1/8. So something like that. All right, so I'm saving also this. I cannot use these flowers for this project, but so that will be our front. So that will go here. And then we have a white here, the same measurements, 2 and 5/8 by 4 and 1/8. And here we'll have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this and this, but I want this part to be underneath this. I don't want to see this blue, baby balmy blue here. So I'm gonna glue these 2 parts, and then we'll glue this to the front, and then we'll do the front. Okay. I don't know if we have other background embossing folders that are like sky-like. That is not the winter one, because it doesn't fit with the spring theme. But I use this because I like it. But if you have flowers, that will work too, because he's in a field of flowers, the little rabbit. So flowers work as well. So whatever you want, or even just some texture. So it's not a flat background. Here's for a note. Maybe a little difficult to write. So if you already know who you're sending it to, you can actually write it before you attach this. So now to attach this, as we said, we are gonna use only half of that. We glue this half. And then we'll glue this one last, but for now we're just gonna glue this. And we're gonna do it flush right here and make it stick. Okay, and now that we have that, now we can put this part. That's what I was anticipating, describing. Oh, I should have actually stamped this first, but it doesn't matter. I did the same thing yesterday and it worked. So, because my stamping yesterday was a little bit of an afterthought. It's like, maybe I can put the grass here. Because I didn't have the grass, I was gonna do just the flowers. So I'm just gonna do the grass there. You can turn it around if you don't want it to be exact. So because this doesn't really matter how it goes. And then a little bit on the bottom. And a little bit on the bottom here. All right. Maybe I can use a little bit higher grass here. Let's see, for these higher ones. All right. Most of these is gonna be covered by our flowers anyway. So, and now we just decorate like crazy. We just go crazy decorating. Actually, we can glue or sentiment. Well, actually, we're gonna put in dimensionals. And it looks so cute here. I love it. Right, dimensionals. It's always my fear that we'll run out of dimensionals. It's one of my like, oh, don't have dimensionals. But I always have extras, so. Well, I hope I do. I think I'm gonna put double here because this may move. Maybe overkill. And I should have done that in the center. And I'm probably off camera right now, but here, that's what I was doing. Taking the backs. All right, so. May your day be filled with love and happiness. And this is a very, very useful sentiment that we can use with many, for many occasions. For many occasions. I'm going to trim this a little bit as well, to where the lines are, more or less. I'm going to round the corner a little bit. Not that we're going to see it, but I think I'm going to put him right there. More dimensional. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I should have put this one more on the other ear. Oh well, my dimensional got all scrunchy, but it's okay. And I kind of like that it breaks the frame a little bit, like the other one. Because this is like a triptych, so it's fine. And you're like, oh my God, it's a half a bunny. But no, because we're going to cover him because he's walking in a tall field of flowers and grass. And it's just a matter of using the pieces that I have left, which I don't know how many are, if I have enough, because I've been using all these pieces for all these other projects. But anyway, we'll make it work one way or the other. So let's see. We have this guy here. We're going to put it with dimensional, a little one. Maybe two. No, two, no, because this goes on his body. So no, not two, just one. I'm going to put it right here. And I have another dimensional now for, but I'm going to put a flower, I think. Maybe the big flower that I have put here. And I have like that. The important thing is to cover the end of his body. So it kind of, you feel like he's like, oh, he's walking in a field of flowers. That's the purpose. See, and I'm going to put another flower right here. And what else do we have? Oh, more of these. branches. I'm doing it a little different what I did from that one, but it's okay. We're just gonna make it work. As I said, decorate like crazy as you see fit. There. And then we have, in this case, actually I like the pink flowers here. So I'm gonna use these pink flowers that I cut in the shimmer paper. Because why not? I had little bits of it and I'm like, oh, cool. Pretty. And then now we need something else for there. And I have put one of these. I may need more later, but whatever. I'll improvise. All right. Yeah, and I'm going to put that one in a dimensional as well. Oops. There. So we have the front more or less decorated. Well, we need to, he was grabbing a flower, which I liked. But the thing is that I have flowers for the rest. Maybe. All right. I think I wonder if I can use this because I wanted to. No. No, I'm gonna use my original idea. Just put the tulip there. A bit of glue and a tiny dimensional. And he's just grabbing a flower because he's a very romantic rabbit. Then we're gonna put a little butterfly there with a glue dot. This is where I had the most fun yesterday. I'm like, oh, just all these things. And if you put it in a glue dot and you go over it with take your pick tool or your pick like this and you press down on the glue dot, the wings of the butterfly come up. So this is up front. Pretty enough, right? And then just go and decorate like I had put one flower here, but I'm gonna see if I need them for inside. So oh, we need to adhere this now. And now we're done. Let's adhere this part where it goes. And I'll show you what else I did for the grass. Oh, that's the grass that you probably were talking about, Teresa. Now that I figure it out. The one in the inside of the thing. And we're going to do it with two pieces that are 1.5 by 2 3/4. Okay, two pieces. And then we're going to stamp them with grass. Again. Just making room, which is hard in my little tiny table. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad that you like it. I'm just gonna go to almost the very top of here. And then I'm gonna do the rows. I'm not turning them around this time. I'm just going for speed. The same with this. The first row as high as you can. Oop! Look what I did. Ah, okay. This piece is gonna be glued, so we were not gonna see the other side. All right, so now we're gonna have fussy cut the tops, like following the leaves of grass like this, more or less. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. It's just to give that it's not a stretch straight edge, right? Just like, look how tall the grass was, that the poor little bunny rabbit is up to his belly button, if he had one, which probably he doesn't. Okay. All right, so that's one. I'm gonna flatten the blade marks. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. I don't want to go too far down the edge because I don't want to show the blue, but I think that's good enough. Let's see. Oh, that's my original card. There's this other card. We're done with that. We're done with that. All right. We're done with that. Okay. So now we're going to put these two guys here. Why is this not flat? Like, oh, I know what happened. I didn't glue it. I glued it to this edge and not to this other edge. I thought I had closed it, but should have glued fine. But since I'm at it, might as well fix it. And this is going to be covered, so I'm not worried at all. So let me put the glue there. Again, it was just something funky in it. And sometimes you just have to trim a little bit of the edge because it's like, the fold is too thick or something. So just let's do that. This is just weird. Just go to the edge, little guy. That's how I did it. Okay. Okay, that's fine now. Well, it wasn't bad before. It just, not super, super flat. But anyway, now we're going to do our grass here. Yes, triple layer. Triple layer. And I got lost to what you were saying, Teresa. Probably I didn't read the comment on time. There. And now we're going to put this piece here. And see, it kind of follows if you open it all, it will look like that. But this is going to go like this. So if you want, you could put grass behind it, but then it's just a little bit overkill, I think, with the banner. So glue there. I shouldn't have put glue on the top, Candy. Let me pass my finger like that. Do I have a napkin? Wow. Wow. All right. So now we have our grass there. See why you couldn't put because you would see it here. Oh, I forgot. I actually had stamped this on the top layer. Can I still do it? Yes. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Ah, man. Actually, I did that originally. Just because if you see the top, I just a little bit more detail. A little bit more glue. Though it's still tacky, so it's fine. Now you'll see what I meant. Okay, why is this not? Yeah, there. All right. And now it doesn't want to fall. Come on, man. There we go. See, now you see here, and you see the grass, the top of the grass, which I wanted to do that. Oh, triple layer of grass. I see what you were saying. Yes. All right. So now it's a matter of just putting or finishing touches here. So first you have to see when it's fall where the flowers will fall, because you don't want them to be super covered or anything. But I think I'd run out of these little tulips. I only have two and I need them both because if you see, I put two here. There's like back and forth. So you would, you won't see the white one here. So I'm gonna do this sandwich first. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue on top. And then on the bottom of the front one, and we're gonna close the sandwich. And it's not perfect because they're actually going the same way, but at least from here you won't. Okay, I'm gonna touch it here. From here, then one goes on the front, and the other one goes on the back. And where did I put this? On the side. Okay, so let me do that more to the side. I think around there would be good, like there. So that's our first flower. Then I had a tulip, and I don't know if it happened to you, but if they're not together, for me it's very hard to see which one is the Shy Shamrock and which one is Summer Splash. This is Summer Splash, this is Shamrock. I'm using them both because honestly, they go together. And grasses and flowers are not exactly the same color all the time, so that's my excuse. All right, so for the tulip, I have a trick for this tulip. I like to put the tulips, I'm gonna do the yellow because it looks good there. I like to do the tulips with the two parts when you face front. But because this one is gonna be seen from the front and from the back, I'm gonna do this on the front, and from the back, I'm gonna put this here in the back so you wouldn't see that you're seeing the back because you're seeing the front of the second piece. You know what I mean? So let's do that. So I'm putting a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue here in one of them. I don't know, the Shy Shamrock one, I think. And I'm just gonna put this here, and this will be the front. No, actually this will be the back. This will be the front. And in the back, we said that we were gonna put this one. So I'm gonna put more glue there. I should wait till it dries, but I don't wanna wait. I want it now. Right? All right. So much easier when it's totally dry. But anyway, the problems of live TV, right? And then we're gonna put this here in the center. If I can move it. Like so. So this is our back, but it kind of looks like a front, right? So this is the one that's gonna go like this, stuck here. Actually, I can put it right here too. I can totally do that. But where do I want it to open then? Let's see. I'll do it how I did it because it worked. I did it here. So we're gonna put it tucked underneath here. So I have to put a little bit of glue there. And I'm gonna help myself a little bit to make a hole that's big enough for this because I think that my glue was running too high up. All right. All right, like that. You see, now it opens and it looks nice from both sides. And that was my purpose. And now here for the front, you're still like, oh, it's missing something, but this one is from the in the back. So this one is easy. We just put it on the back, glue it as is. Oops. You can put it as you want. And I'm putting this to the side because that's what I want. My third tulip, my second tulip, sorry. Actually, I should put glue to this and clean my fingers because now I left glue here in the front. I can delete it with my glue eraser later. And the front part of this tulip, which will go right there. So here now for these little areas, I had another tulip, but I ran out of tulips, as I told you, but I have branches like this. So I can put a branch like that. I ran out of the other tulips, that these ones, I mean. And then I have flowers here, like the yellow flowers that I have there, that I can just add to. For fun. Just to feel the things. And what else? Here I have put some other of these flowers, of these, but I don't know if I have more. I have some pink ones. I think I'm gonna put them right there on this side. Maybe no, maybe I'll put them here. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them there. There. This very little glue will do. But for me, it's hard to control the glue with this. There. Come on, stick. Stick. No, don't want to stick. I don't know why, because my hands are, look, all this is glue. I should clean my hands, but not gonna bother right now. All right, what else? Here we have some other of these daffodils. I wanted one for here, so since I still have, I'm gonna use that one for there. I call them daffodils, but maybe they're not. And then we have one big one. I'm gonna put here. And then I have a smaller one that I'm gonna put there, down there. Oh no, should I put this here? Leave it for something else? Maybe I'll leave it for something else. All right, so now let's do the butterflies, more butterflies, because it's a butterfly garden here. As I told you, just press down on this. And this will come up. And then I have a medium one here. I'm also gonna put in a glue dot. Actually, let's see if it goes this way. Isn't it cute how it folds up? And then I have a tiny, I just lost it. I touched it and I lost it. A tiny green one. Oh, here it is. This one I'm just gonna do a glue dot here. Not glue dot, like a literal glue dot. Tiny little thing. Because the actual glue dot will be too big, and this one is not gonna leave the not gonna leave the wings, and that's it. Oh, look what it was. I was looking for it. Oh, we can put it right here. Let's put it. I didn't think that this needed embellishments, so I'm gonna leave it at as is. How do you like the garden? Isn't it pretty? All right, so these are the 4 cards of the day. My God, is it that time? I thought it was faster. Sorry. Thank you for sticking up with me. I didn't realize it was so late. But anyway, I guess it took longer than expected to do this. But let's do a quick recap. We have our easel card. Well, I'm putting the original one here. Oops. This goes out of here. Our garden. The little basket with the birdie. And the first one with the window to the little rabbit. All right. So, which one is your favorite? Is it 19 flowers that I put? And 8 butterflies? I didn't put 8 butterflies, did I? No. But I believe it. As I said, you go crazy with the decorations. But anyway. Well, thank you so much for sticking with me. And I'll see you next week at some point, probably on Saturday instead of Sunday. But I'll post the new time. I have to finesse my schedule and see what I'm doing and when, and hope that I have things to show you already if I do it early, because I rely on my Saturday nights to finish up the touches. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed this. I hope it inspired you. Some of them are really easy, so I hope you can replicate them with other things that are not from the paper pumpkin. So anyway, thank you so much for all of them. For all of them. I was reading a comment. Sorry. Teresa, you're exaggerating. Maybe I'm like, if I count from the whole project, like with these butterflies and those butterflies, probably yes, it's like 9 butterflies or whatever. But I still, as I said, I hope I inspired you and you decorate it however you want. If you're a minimalist, maybe you want to have just one flower. But anyway, I'm not. So enjoy your week and your preparations for Easter, and I'll keep you posted on when I'm going live next weekend. All right. And probably I'll show you something new from the new catalog. All righty. So have a very, very good evening and a very good week, and see you next time. Bye. Thank you.